Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Tropical Hearts. We have just done our meditation, and we've found our elements, and we've got our weapons, and we've now got our amulets. So, anyway, we were getting explained that animals can carry charms somehow. What? Are you saying that animals eat these charms? They are. Animals are sensitive creatures. Animals, but we are animals. I don't think I'll understand that. But maybe when we see what they define as animals, you know what I mean? Perfectly capable of detecting spiritual waves. They're drawn to that energy and will sometimes try to eat animals in question. Devouring these items whole allows them to grow stronger, and a surplus of spiritual energy can even transform them to be wary whenever you encounter wildlife of any kind. They might do more damage than expected. I really hope we don't have to kill innocent animals. If they're crazy enough to attack us, they don't seem much choice. If need be, you can dispose of them no matter how hard they might be. There are places you might need to find strong charms and amulets. Some animals wisely collect the amulets they find rather than trying to eat them. They hoard and collect them. Okay, fine. Right, they're pretty terrifying. These animals are smart enough not to devour amulets they find, yes. Instead, they imbue their hives and nests with them, so slowly grow stronger. Be careful with them. If you encounter these creatures, they can do serious harm. That sounds worrying. You can't take together yet, sure, but Roy is cautious about creatures like this. They will stand guard to make sure nobody takes their beloved treasures from them. They can be vicious. Good. Needless to say, it's imperative for this mission to be executed under complete discretion. Don't tell your relatives or friends about this. Do not even mention spiritual skills to anybody. The world is enough turmoil as it is. The existence of magic would only make it worse. So make absolutely sure that you keep your newfound knowledge to yourselves. Do you hear me? Yeah, we all agree. Things are keep getting better. Like, we get to chill on the beach and explore Paradise Island and actually become magicians. That's wild. As much as I want to become the greatest hydro sorcerer the world's ever known, I also kind of want to make sure you guys are all safe and sound, you know? Don't worry, Mark. Ellen and I will make sure you have everything you need to explore the island and return in one piece. We will give it our best to become as strong as we can be, or at least I will. Maybe I should speak for myself. Hey, it's true what we said, Roy. We're pretty perfectly matched team, exactly. Right, we're all ready. Let's go. I must return to my studies. Yep. Enjoy your stay. All right, bro. All right. Okay, cool. So we can mix cocktails with Mark. We can upgrade your weapons. Well, let's see what the upgrade. Okay, so we got the stuff here. Okay. We got the crude. We got the instrument from Rio. We got iron spears, iron gauntlets. So we've not actually fought anything yet. So I don't know. I don't think we should be doing anything like this until we know what we're doing. Mixed cocktails. Okay, so these are like buffing stats and shit. Twinkling cocktail. We can make a twinkling cure cocktail that cures poison. Okay. Okay, fine. Alright, okay. That's fine. Go shopping? What does go shopping do? We have 800 money, right, okay. Vitamin drink. Oh, we can buy heals and items and stuff. What tropical shop has this? By the way, just, yeah, casually have a smoke bomb. Right. Well, let's buy heals all allies for 60 health. Seems good. And we'll maybe buy a couple bandages and some anti-venoms. Maybe a healing spray. That's fine. We go mine some mid-tier ore. You spend some time with Tyra mining ore together at the mine nearby. We got Osmium Chunks, Poison Gem, Sea Gem, Wind Gem. Alright, okay, cool. It's now the evening. I want to chat with you. I don't know if we're limited to like who all we can chat to. We'll continue with Rhea. I find Rhea tucked into a small nook. She's reading, obscure beneath the leaves of a giant tropical fern, completely lost in a book about one of her favorite singers. Hey there, reading beauty. What's up? Mind if I come sit beside you? Oh, princess of the page, lover of the libraries, queen of I need to think of what that one. Quality alone time? Hey, if you want me to leave... Yeah, I'm just messing with you. Grab a garden pillow. They're unbelievably soft, just as luxurious and stupidly overpriced as the designer pillows back at Morrison Manor. You think you found the softest material in the world until you sink down through the downy parts, and then your butt meets the cold hard marble and you realise that nothing remotely cozy about the place. Talk about metaphors, but you're right. These pillows are incredibly soft. But why I got you here and but we're here to go out and have fun. You can't just read. No, but Alex, it's her holiday, Alex. Alex, don't be a dick. I did, but I also told you I'm someone who needs some alone time. I need to process everything that's going on here, which proved to be a lot more than what I expected. You mean my asthma thing and then the deal with Ellen? Yeah, okay, yeah. Alex, just leave her alone. Hey, I'm sure we're gonna be fine. Worrying ahead of schedule never helped anyone. Who said I'm worried? I simply have a lot to think about. I'm going through all the scenarios we could potentially encounter on Bliss Island. Well, the ones I can think of anyway. What are you reading? What aren't you reading? Tricked you? Actually, that's not true. I've been doing some actual reading. What? But most of the time, my thoughts drift off to Bliss Island and what could possibly be happening there. Really? Well, I'm happy to know that you're thinking ahead. I was afraid to be terrified of going out there. What would make you think of that? Me? Terrified? After living with my parents for 20 years, nothing terrifies me. You know, Alex, I've been fighting all my life. That might sound weird coming from privileged girls such as myself, but I mean it. I never wanted to be in the position I'm in. I never wanted to follow my family's sisters to become yet another medical expert with a collection of fancy titles to my name and a 6-figure salary to boot. She looks at the floor, clearly feeling uneasy, but she presses on. I've been at odds with my family all my life. I don't even want to be a doctor. Oh, but I can't expect the expectations. I'm going to finish medical school, and then after that, I'm pretty much set for life. I'll be a cog in the family machine. The stupid thing is, there's hundreds, not thousands of students who would kill to be my stupid. I'm so spoiled. You know, you're not spoiled, Rhea. We talked about this. Fair enough. Anyway, I'm looking forward to exploring the Mystery Island. Yeah. Mind you, I'm not saying I'm scared, but now I'm finally got the power that's all my own. My powers don't own magic. I'm impressed by your attitude. Just be careful, will ya? I don't want to see you end up in some wild animals mall. What? You don't trust me to fend for myself, Lord Fireball? As formidable as your barbecue-related powers are, I've got a hunch that my sound skills would prove really handy. Could you think she can play the instrument? Because we actually don't know if she can play instruments. Didn't Einstein say that everything in life is a... What? Didn't Einstein say that everything in life is vibration? What does this mean? I have no clue what Einstein said or didn't say, or what with that voice of yours you could make Einstein say anything. That's a bit creepy. I wouldn't want that. So everything is vibrating, huh? That is the honest answer. That is sort of a meh answer, and that is definitely the wrong answer. Assuming that this is the meh, like middle of the ground answer, that is probably wrong, because that's probably coming on too strong. I'm gonna say this. I have no clue what Einstein said, I didn't say, but if you say it, I believe you. Just respect magic powers. Got you, okay. You know what? Enough reading for today. Let's go get some cocktails. Right, let's do that. Right, she gets up, neatly folds her novel in the velvet bag and slips in onto her shoulder, then leads the way to Tropicana. Let's see what Mark's got. A happy hour menu. I like the way you think. Okay, cool. Let's get some mid-tier foliage. Okay. And then let's go mining. Okay, deep in the night, when sleep has taken over, dreams will visit the sleepers. Some unwanted, some invited, but the dreams arrive either way. Dream also visits Alex. At first, his dream consists of fragments and illogical jumps in place and time, as dreams tend to do. He fights a shark, is late for a school project he never actually was part of, and then ends up buck naked on the streets somewhere in an unknown country. You know, just casual dream stuff, yet slowly a strange sensation reveals its way into his dream. Time and place becomes even more adrift, and suddenly Alex is 14 years old again. He finds himself in a lush forest, just like the deep woods of his hometown. When he looks around, he can see his childhood friend sharing a campfire. Roy whistles to himself, humming a tune that's been stuck in his ears for days. Surely. Carefully, Roy adds more kindling. Yeah. Tyra is perched dangerously close to a large boulder, practicing dimensionally impossible fighting stances. Nobody seems to wonder how or why. One moment, she's her actual self, a young woman dressed in tight sportswear, her hair like a waterfall in the light of the wind. Then she shifts back into her teenage body, looking like a lanky dude who has no idea how incredibly fabulous she will look in 5 years. What? Is Tyra trans? Is this what this means? It would make sense, kinda, I think. Okay, who's this? This must be Zoo. The stripes on her tail are mesmerizing the cat, and yet Alex can never properly zoom in on them. A cold fog is rising, obscuring his view. In the periphery of the forest, strange and unearthly shapes are coalescing, making guttural and gnarly noises as they move together. Alex sees rows of teeth glimmering beneath the fern leaves. He is used to encountering wildlife in these forests. When treated with respect, they mean no harm, but this is different, a vicious growling. Alex narrows his eyes. The vines are starting to multiply. From the corner of his eyes, Alex can see them creeping and crawling along the forest floor, and before he knows it, they're all over Zulian. That's it, digging into her flesh, screeching like her body is their last move. Zoo, hang in there, I'm gonna burn these motherfuckers to a crisp. You invoke your elemental powers, but nothing happens. Desperate, you try to tear the powerful coils away from Zulian, but to no avail. The slithering vines are too smooth and slimy to get a hold on. To your horror, they constrict Zulian even further and start dragging her off to the dark edges of the forest. She fights them with all her might, but she's no match for the abhorrent creatures. You grit your teeth, plant your feet square into the dirt, and drag Zulian back to you. The creature shrieks and yanks on Zulian even harder. Yet you're playing tug of war with a goddamn plant monster. It's your back or your mind. Are your friends not helping? You realise how ridiculous this must look. Look, you can't suppress a grin, but when Zulian's eyes meet yours, there's nothing funny about the entire situation. She looks sad and exhausted, and much older than you remember. There she is. Don't let them in. What? From beyond the forest, you hear strange voices going the same words again and again. The world hates all. Beyond all is them. Don't. Zulian, come back. Who are they? You try and reach out for her, but in spite of your best efforts, the dream slips away. I wake up in a cold sweat. My room is just the way it was. Or maybe it's just that I'm all by myself. I hate nightmares. I don't like nightmares either. So we think that maybe Zulian has been taken. I stare at him and grit my teeth. I still can't believe that we all turned out to be into the sick of mine asthma's business. It's just too coincidental. I can feel there's a glowing power deep inside of me. I can't wait to be released. It's strong, it's overwhelming. Most of the time it feels pretty great, but right now it feels almost unnerving. As I toss and turn on the couch, I can hear someone else walking down the stairs. Tyra saunters down the living room. She's not alone. She opens the fridge, gives its contents a long inspection, and finally decides on a big piece of pie that Neely brought home from the convenience store. Enjoy, please leave some of it for me, I haven't tasted it yet. Holy fuck! Alex? What's the plan here? Giving me a heart attack in the middle of the night. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Anyway, if I don't eat some of that pie, report my findings back to you, she'll probably tail slap me. Don't worry, there's still 2 big pieces left. She spared no expense. So what were you up at for this godforsaken hour? Can't catch your Z's, can you? No. Did I wake you up? I tried to be as quiet as I could. Nah, it's not your fault, just a weird dream I had. What do you mean? It feels different than normal dreams, more vivid. I don't usually smell things in my dream, but this is particularly when I can smell the mushrooms. It was pretty nice actually, but I didn't realize how much I missed those days. Was I a dream? Of course you were, Royce, you were there. We just hung out and did our thing at the hiking spot in the northern forest, the one with the massive boulders. Yes, how'd you know? This is crazy. I dreamed about the same place. Oh, they had the same dream. That's pretty damn weird. Maybe our newfound powers also connect us in another way, like telepathy. We stared at each other in horror as we realized the consequences of possibly having a mental link. Just make sure you stay out of my creepy mind basement. We're all friends, but some fantasies I gotta keep to myself. What makes you think you're the only one? Stay out of my inner eye sex. Alright, Alex indulged my sickening sweet rom-com fantasies in solitude. Good, I don't want to be witness to that. You know what? Fuck proper sleep. Can I get you a beer? Sure, we're lucky that Roy grabbed some 6-packs at the convenience store, crack open 2 beer cans. We spend most of the time talking about all sorts of things. When the light of dawn seeps through the curtains, we finally fall asleep on the couch. I wake up a few hours later, finding myself covered by a nice fluffy blanket. There's one coming tire or 2, Rhea's in the kitchen preparing coffee and sandwiches. Rise and shine, sleepyhead. Shine what now? Oh god, that beer hit me harder than expected. You drank an entire 6-pack by yourself, Tyra. Shh, don't ruin my health freak reputation, will you? Roy and Ela join us in the living room. We enjoy a very tasty breakfast, a la Rhea. Rhea, it's like, I'm gonna say diarrhea. It's not gonna be good. A la Rhea. In spite of my lack of sleep and surplus beer. Right, okay, fine. Right, let's go. Right, do you want to work out? I don't know. Should we upgrade stuff? Iron sword. Okay. Let's go to get some stuff. Okay. I really don't know what I'm doing. How do you get any of these things? How do you get any gauntlets? We would hit the gym. You spend some time at the workout increasing your physical fitness. Okay, well, I just wanted to see what that did. Let's meet this new character. Let's see what this thing is. As I ease back in the comfortable velvet chair, my eyes are caught by an elegant-looking young man sitting a few tables across from me. He's vaguely familiar. He seems intent on reading a book, but he keeps getting distracted by his laptop. Now that I think about it, I remember seeing him during my first night at the lounge when we were listening to Leah's performance. I decided to approach him and treat him to a drink. He looks like he could use some distraction from what I assume is his work. Evening, mind if I join you? Excuse me? Can I sit here, or will that distract you from too much from your reading? You can sit anywhere you like, it's a free country. It's a free country, Alex. Sure, I don't want to impose, impose if you'd rather stay in your reading bubble. Don't worry your pretty little head about that. I'm not easily distracted. Good to know, the name's Alex. I extend a hand, he takes it in a swift, fluid motion. There's a subtle strength. Sun Jin, pleased to meet you. Pleasure's all mine. Care for a drink? I nod towards the empty bottle of lager. I never would have taken him for a beer drinker. He looks so refined. Why the heck is he even keeping those things on when the sun's already setting? I'd appreciate that. I got all lost in my book. I had no clue. I'd already emptied the bottle. I'll be glad to get you another beer. What are you reading? Oh, this. It's The Road by Cormair McCarty. How are you liking it so far? It's pretty heavy, to be honest, but it's very gripping. The bartender recommended to me. He's quite the reading buff, you know. Most of the books lying around in the lounge are his, or rather they used to be. He told me he enjoys leaving them here so visitors can find the book. Really? I have no idea. I just finished a trilogy by Margaret Catwood, and I gotta say it was a solid read. It seems like our beloved bartender enjoys himself some post-apocalyptic fiction. An entire trilogy, so you've been around on the island for a while then, you could say that. And what brought you all the way here? My friends and I really want to get out of town. Last year was pretty tough on us. We reckon we deserve a bit of sunshine and cocktails. Go on, go on, go on, go on now. Well, most tropical destinations are crazy expensive, like incredibly expensive. We almost gave up looking. Then we found this place. It was a shithole. And yeah, we went, and then there was the gas leak. And then So we saved up like crazy, and here we are. You sound very apologetic for being here. Why is that? What do you mean? You tense up when you mention you're having a good time on the island, even though you've no need to. You pay for your vacation fair and square. You belong here just as much as any of the visitors do. When I look around me, I get this distinct feeling that I'm the odd one out. My friends always feel the same way. Well, except for Rhea, maybe, but she's actually feels guilty about being rich. Either way, I can't see I feel entirely at home. Not yet, at least. Careful, you're tensing up even more. Listen, my entire family is as blue collar as it can be. My mom can repair a bike with a blindfold on. My dad pretty much built our house. We run the dealership in town, but there's a lot of blood, sweat, and tears involved. My mom's been working like crazy to save up for my college tuition. The day I turned 16, I joined her. Impressive, you're facing a fair amount of challenges, but you never back down. I respect that. I don't back down because I can't afford to. Unlike those with their whole life laid out for them. Listen, that isn't what I want to talk about at all. Let me just get you that drink, alright? He gives you a calm nod and turns to his book as if nothing happened. Alex, good to see you. Well, here we'll have a bottle of Mutt Light. Mutt Light's funny, but Mutt Light's good. I like that, that's a good name for something. And a whiskey on the rocks. I made a acquaintance with that scaly fellow in the corner. The one reading the road who's quite the lager lover. You don't miss anything, do you? I don't. I like to think that this lounge is my little corner of the world. Here I know exactly what's going on, who is seeing who, and who's reading what. Apparently you enjoy matching your regulars up with a novel or two. Seems like your tips were pretty spot on. From the first moment, he struck me as someone who'd enjoy reading about hardship and perseverance. But I certainly don't always get it right, of course. I'm not clairvoyant, sadly enough. Still, O Grand Master of Letters, I humbly submit to you judgment. Please reveal to me your personal literature recommendations. I can't just match out of thin air. You'll have to give me a little more time to really get to know you. Yeah, okay, bro. But in your case, I'd like to take some time to give you real in-depth reading advice. Consider it a compliment. Ooh, that's a bit like... He's giving you the fuck me eyes, Alex. An exercise of patience, what might be something of a challenge to you. Feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. I just have a beer and a whiskey. Yeah, you know... After paying the drinks, I thank him for service walk over to thingy. Emphasis on trying. During my time at the bar, I've seen him check his laptop at least 3 times. There you go, cheers. It takes a few moments to respond. Whatever's on his mind is occupying his attention. Bottoms up! Do you really just drag your laptop out here all the way to the lounge? Why? Most people are fine handling their communications on their phone. My job requires me to set updates and modifications to pretty specific file types. It's impossible to view those on the phone, hence the laptop, and I strongly prefer having an actual keyboard at my disposal. I hate fidgeting around with those minuscule phone controls. Don't we all, brother? What kind of work do you do? I'm a junior architect at a construction firm. At the moment, we're busy expanding the island's nightclub layout. Miss Gregory hired us to add several extensions to the base building. I'm here to assist my boss as she oversees the process. That must be quite a challenge. What kind of building room are you going to get to try? I can't reveal anything yet, to my dismay. There's been no plans on the table. Okay, dark rooms aren't my kind of thing, but hey, so we're seeing who I get it on with and where I have to be when push comes to shove. You got me? Have you spent time in an actual dark room, going straight for the juggler? No, I haven't. Like I said, it's not my thing. You say that, but you've never tried it. Curious. Do you enjoy going out, or are you more the indoor type? I like spending time in my favourite bars, but being too boring for some of the more energetic friends, so I get dragged into the local nightclubs and discos quite often. The music's okay and my friends are happy, that's not half bad. That's not doing them justice, actually. I always thought I'd hate going out, but with my friends it's different. Okay, right, Nilo and Tyra, yeah. It all depends on the atmosphere. Have you been to Paradise Island's nightclubs yet? I think we have. We went to the Enigma, it was pretty good, of course, exploring the island. There's lots of ground to cover. Well, stop trying to relax, I'm sorry. You're so intent on making relaxing impressions that you just end up looking strained. You just stop trying to blend into the environment, Alex. If you feel like you're the one out that doesn't fit, own it. Stop trying to mold yourself. Easy for you to say, you just waltz in here with your high-end eye peach. The eye peach has been mentioned. Eye peach, silk kimono, and fancy sunglasses, and lo and behold, you're one with the environment. My high-end eye peach, it looks expensive. What, do you think this little power's of mine? I wish. This is a purely company laptop. All I'm allowed to do here is gorgeous pinnacle of work is work-related. Okay. I have my personal laptop in a safe in a hotel room. Let me show you that laptop. It's nothing to brag about. Nobody here knows about outdated computers you keep in your safe. All they see is a shiny laptop and you're showing off. Ah, that's why I'm reclined into the farthest corner of the lounge, seeking out an unoccupied table where nobody else can interrupt me to show off my fancy laptop. Right. And those designer sunglasses. Why are we being a dick? Why are we being a dick, Alex, this guy? And those designer sunglasses that you're wearing inside a lounge for some obscure reason. I know the brand. One pair of Ray-Bans sets you back $150. I keep them on, Alex, because I don't enjoy making eye contact with all the people in the room. I like to be on my own and focus on my job. Is that really what you're here for, your job? Because it looks to me you're trying to read your novel, but instead of immersing yourself in a story, you're glued to that fucking laptop. Alright, let's pretend you got the facts nailed down. Let's say I'm trying to enjoy my novel, but for some reason I can't stop myself from checking my work emails. Exactly, so why bother? Why do you care? I think you'd be angry at this point. Why do you care if I read my book and check my messages instead? Because you look pretty damn hot. You're the one looking so tense. Get off your high horse. Well, he shouldn't be enjoying himself. He's working. Because you're pretty damn hot. Is very forward, but I think that might be the right answer. Or you're the one looking tense. Get off your high horse. You're the one giving me all the advice I never asked for, but you're the one looking tense out of place. Excuse me? It's late in the evening. You're obviously not trying to catch up. You're obviously trying to catch some me time, but you just keep checking your work emails. That's kind of sad, isn't it? After office hours, the evening should be yours. Interesting. You're completely clueless in the situation I'm in, but please go on. Share your keen insights with me. I'm confident they'll be life-altering. Dude, turn the sarcasm down a notch. They're not getting on with each other. Well, I'm waiting. Just stop telling me how to relax or fit in. Get yourself together first. If you can do that, I'm down to seeing you again. I'll say again, though, you should be enjoying yourself. I got my reasons. Nothing to worry about, actually. Who says I'm worried? I just think you should enjoy your stay here. I don't think these people are compatible. Okay, right, whatever. Fine. You're leaving that eye peach in the hotel room. Loud and clear. Yeah, I don't think they're compatible, but at least we know who the character is. Okay, let's mine some more, I guess. Can we not upgrade shit? No. Ooh, we're missing a Damascus shard for that. Okay, we might do some mining then. Evening. Well, we might chat with Rhea last time. We'll chat to Nilu, why not? I'm enjoying the calm of the evening. A nap would be nice. Just as I'm about to close my eyes, Nilu opens the door. Her tail wiggles expectantly. Will you knock, please? Sorry, you're up to something, aren't you? What's your plan? You gotta see this for yourself. I'm not spoiling anything. Is it a weird flower you found, a bug that makes squeaky sounds, or a fish sonar match on Finder? I'm telling you, Alex, you don't want to miss this. I'll see you outside in 5 minutes. Put on your swimming trunks, you're going to witness something amazing. I join Nilo on the outskirts of the beach. The night sky, yep. There's a rush of cool air and wind, and Nilo makes moves closer. I can feel her tail brushing against my ankle. Alright, let's go. No time to waste. There's a whole bunch of nightlights waiting for us, and we'd be fools to let them down. Nightlights? What are you talking about? She pulls me alongside the ocean shore. At first, I don't get what's so special about the nocturnal beach. Then I begin to detect a subtle coat of light hovering above the ocean waves. Oh, it's the northern lights. Holy cow! You weren't lying. They're beautiful. Those are bioluminescent algae. Oh, okay. They're called Noctulia scintillans. Remember that for your Scrabble night with Roy. Can you make that? I don't think that's a legal word in Scrabble because that's 9 letters. Well, you could do it with tiles. Actually, I'm being pernickety. I'm being pernickety. She dashes in and splashes around in the waves, and with the move, the strange algae flare up around her. Come on, algae. Come on, Alex. What aren't you gonna part? What are you waiting for? These lights are gonna party for themselves. Run into Nilu and jump right into the ocean. Casually walk into the water. Pull a surprise move. I run straight in. Yep. Nilu wants a glow-in-the-dark disco. Here we go. When I was a kid, I watched a documentary about these algae on TV. I got a little obsessed with them. Why am I not surprised? There are websites that track and predict their movements, but every damn time I go anywhere near oak shores, I couldn't go there for all sorts of reasons. Most reasons were work. Chicks are tasked with the tiny lights with a sad frown. You know, I love my family and I do anything for them, but it feels good to be here, away from the restaurant. This is like a dream come true, and I'm glad you're here for me, Alex. We're gonna have the best time of our lives after we've chased the ocean. Right, okay. That was quite a workout. Tyra will be proud of us. True. Thanks for showing me the algae. I no idea they were just beautiful. Of course, pretty things like these should be shared. It doubles the fun of seeing them, don't you think? Yeah, but I hope I didn't swallow that algae down. I don't think they're supposed to end up in my stomach or yours for that matter. Then again, if they make us glow in the dark, at least we'll no longer have to worry about being run over at night. I'd pay actual money to become a glow-in-the-dark snake, so getting that skill for free would be even better, but I have bad news for us, they have no such effect. Hey, I can live with that, I hope you can too. Maybe Dr. Yasmin can lend you something to make me glow, or Mark could mix a cocktail. What, are you serious about this? Sometimes it's hard to tell. You'll find out once you see me glow in the dark. I'm not so sure if that's a smart idea. Let's just go back to the cabin and take a hot shower. I like the sound of that. Me and my friends, me and Yasmin, Mark, all boarded the yacht. That will cut it. What? Oh shit, this is the next bit. Okay. So, right, okay. We will end the video, this episode here. And next episode, I think this is the expedition. So, we'll be doing that. Alright? See you in the next one. Bye.